Namibia has been going through a number of challenges, and this is one of it. This has always been in the constitution that Namibia don't support a man getting married to a man and a woman getting married to a woman. The constitution only permits gender of opposite sex coming together to be man and wife in marriage. But this has been a challenge to Namibia because a lot of debates have popped up to contradict this law. One of the contradictions is that as a Namibian, if you travel to another country, maybe to another continent, and you met someone of same gender with you and you like the person and want to marry the person, and you both have a thing, should you go ahead to marry the person because it is accepted in that country? And what if you relocate back to Namibia? Are you now allowed to practice what you've been doing in another country which was accepted? Or you have to bend to the law? And there has been a lot of statements that contradict this, and then the stakeholders are not really willing to bend to the rules of suiting into the indigenous or the society. They want to hold dearly to what they believe and what they know. So before we go further, let's take a look at how it came about, the custodians of the law, how they are holding firm to this law and not willing to let go or shake off their stand for any reason.
Namibia's parliament has passed a law banning same-sex marriage. This move comes in the wake of a new wave of anti-gay laws in Africa, which was initiated by Uganda. The newly enacted law stipulates that marriages between two individuals of the same sex, conducted abroad, will not be recognized in Namibia. Additionally, the law criminalizes the solemnization, participation in, promotion, or advertisement of such same-sex marriages. Those found guilty of these offenses could face imprisonment for up to 6 years and a fine of up to $5,500. It's worth noting that Namibia already has a long-standing 1927 sodomy law that prohibits sex between homosexuals, though it is seldom enforced. During the parliamentary debate, Elder Felipe, a member of the ruling SWAPO party, expressed his support for the law, emphasizing that the institution of marriage should be reserved for unions between a man and a woman.
At this point, besties, you will understand that the Europeans deeply have an ulterior motive in Africa. Should Africans believe what they believe? Should we copy them 100%? Must a bill be followed because it was passed by the Europeans? Or maybe your former colonizers agreed with some certain things, and then because they were your colonizers, you are enforced or you must really follow to copy them 100%, even though you are no longer under them. But why do they make it look like we must depend on them for livelihood, for survival? But that notwithstanding, Africa need much more than this. Now, this similar thing happened in Uganda. The president of Uganda said, no, same gender marriage is not allowed in my country. And then a European representative was sent to come and dialogue with him in order to make him change his mind. But this man kept to his words. He said no, he's not going back on what he has agreed on doing because this is the least of his problem. He has so many other things to worry about, like the insecurity, the economy breakdown, infrastructural development that need to be carried out in the country, the hunger, the poverty, the problems, the health challenge of the people. He has so many things to attend to rather than giving out his attention, his time on unnecessary things. So this was how he waved that away. Even though a representative was sent to come and have a dialogue with him, he yet did not compromise. He stood on his word. So besties, leave your thought in the comment section. Do you think people who traveled out maybe for study, scholarship, work, or relocated and are practicing this in another country and want to relocate back home, and then this is happening, do you feel they would be comfortable back in Namibia, or do you feel this would not be allowed by just like it has been in the constitution? What do you think would happen to them? Do you think the society will be friendly to them? It will be conducive for them to dwell, or you have an contrary opinion? Please leave it down in the comments. But come to think of it, why are some people offended? This has been in the constitution right from 1927, and everyone is aware. So why is it that when the West legalized it, everyone wants to now start speaking out? Maybe there are people who endorse marrying same gender and has not been doing that in the open, but because the Western countries has endorsed it, they feel this is an opportunity to air their view, and this is an opportunity for them to live a comfortable life that they have been yearning for, so that they'll be accepted in the society. But if you look around and check most of these African countries, Quite a good number of African countries don't agree with this. So, why should the West be forcing African countries to copy them 100%? Why shouldn't they fly people to come have a dialogue about how to boost healthcare in Namibia? Why shouldn't they send a representative to see how companies will be built in order to transform or industrialize most of these raw materials into finished goods that will profit and benefit Africans? Why is there not a dialogue about the improvement of our educational system infrastructure and improvement on our insecurity? Why should they now be having an issue because a country has decided not to endorse this? Why is copying them now a challenge? So don't you think they should focus more on developing Africa and helping African countries to be debt free rather than trying to make them copy them and channeling their energy on this? Because I mean, Africa need more positive minded leaders. Africa need more leaders and representatives who have the interests of her citizens at heart. So just leave your thought in the comment section. What do you think these people who are attracted to same gender marriage would feel and the actions taken by some of these European nations?